Have you ever found yourself wondering why, no matter how hard you work, your money always seems to disappear? Maybe you feel like you're constantly playing catch-up, one step forward, two steps back, while others seem to break free, building wealth and security. You look at your bank account, your bills, and wonder, what am I doing wrong? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the truth, it's not just about how much you make. It's about the choices you're making, often without even realizing it, choices that are quietly keeping you broke. Today, we're diving into 6 reasons why so many people go broke, reasons that have nothing to do with how much you earn, and everything to do with how you approach life and money. These are mistakes made by both the young and old, the novice, and even those who seem successful on the surface. Yet, they remain pitfalls that can be avoided. Why should this matter to you? Mastering these principles can safeguard your financial future and put you on the fast track to true wealth. And trust me, the most important lesson of all will come at the end, so stay with me. Welcome to Financial Thoughts, where we inspire future billionaires. This channel is your go-to for turning financial dreams into reality, one thought-provoking lesson at a time. If you're here to elevate your mindset and make strides toward your financial goals, you're in the right place. So, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe, and together, let's build a life of purpose and prosperity. 1. They can't spot a scam in a world overflowing with information. It's more important than ever to sharpen our ability to distinguish between genuine opportunities and clever traps. Scammers prey on our desires, promising quick riches, minimal effort, and almost magical results. Often, the allure of a shortcut to wealth blinds us to the red flags that would otherwise be obvious. A lack of critical thinking and emotional control allows fraudsters to capitalize on fear, greed, and the human instinct for instant gratification. To protect your financial well-being, developing a skeptical eye for anything that sounds too good to be true is a vital skill. Consider the infamous Ponzi scheme that ensnared thousands of investors, promising unusually high returns with little risk. Many victims, captivated by the prospect of easy money, failed to ask the right questions. They overlooked the basic rule of investing: if the return seems unreasonably high with no clear explanation, it's likely a scam. By not doing their due diligence, they ended up losing everything. Learning to pause, analyze, and ask hard questions can be the difference between growing your wealth and losing it to fraud. 2. They keep playing the victim. The victim mindset is one of the most insidious obstacles to financial success. When people believe that their financial difficulties are always someone else's fault, whether it's the economy, their employer, or even their upbringing, they strip themselves of the power to change their situation. This mindset often prevents people from seeking solutions, as it's easier to blame external forces than to take ownership of their mistakes. But taking responsibility for one's financial decisions is the first step toward lasting wealth. For example, someone who consistently complains about not getting a raise might overlook the fact that they haven't taken any steps to improve their skills or ask for a promotion. They feel stuck because they believe the system is rigged against them. But by shifting from a victim mentality to one of empowerment, they could instead seek out new opportunities, negotiate their salary, or even start a side business. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start viewing every setback as a lesson, you begin to reclaim control over your financial destiny. 3. They can't say no. The inability to say no is a silent killer of financial growth. Whether it's saying yes to a spontaneous purchase, an expensive night out, or even lending money to friends or family when you can't afford it, failing to set boundaries can bleed your finances dry. Every unnecessary yes chips away at the resources you could be investing in your future. It's not about being stingy or unkind, it's about recognizing the value of your financial security and making choices that align with your long-term goals. A common example is the person who is constantly invited to social events, from expensive dinners to weekend trips. While they may feel the need to maintain appearances or avoid disappointing friends, each of these small decisions adds up. Over time, this inability to decline can leave them struggling to save or invest. Learning to say no with confidence is not about deprivation, it's about prioritizing your financial health and being disciplined enough to protect your future. 4. They don't track their finances. You can't manage what you don't measure. One of the most common reasons people go broke is their failure to track where their money is going. Without a clear understanding of income, expenses, and savings, it's impossible to make informed financial decisions. When you don't track your spending, small, seemingly insignificant purchases can quietly snowball into major financial problems. Budgeting might seem like a chore, but it's a necessary discipline if you want to gain control over your financial life. Take the example of someone who regularly spends $5 a day on coffee. It seems like a harmless indulgence, but when tracked over the course of a year, that daily habit adds up to nearly $2,000. Without tracking this expense, they may not even realize how much they're spending on non-essentials, leaving them short on money for more important goals like saving for a house or building an emergency fund. The act of regularly reviewing your financial habits allows you to identify these leaks and make intentional adjustments toward a more secure future. 5. They can't put their money to work. Simply earning money is not enough. What truly sets financially successful people apart is their ability to make their money work for them. Money sitting idle in a savings account loses value over time due to inflation. Investing, whether in the stock market, real estate, or other ventures, allows your money to grow and multiply. This doesn't mean taking reckless risks but learning to identify opportunities where your money can generate returns. To put your money to work means understanding that it's not just about accumulation, but also about multiplication. Consider a person who saves $10,000 but leaves it in a low-interest savings account earning 0.1% interest. Over time, the purchasing power of that money will decrease due to inflation. Alternatively, had they invested that money in a well-diversified index fund with an average annual return of 7%, they could have doubled their investment in about 10 years. Learning the principles of investing, compound interest, and risk management is key to building lasting wealth and breaking free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. 6. Bad habits that cost money. Bad financial habits are like termites, they silently erode your financial foundation without you noticing. Whether it's impulsive shopping, neglecting to pay bills on time, or excessive reliance on credit, these habits drain resources that could be used more wisely. These habits are often tied to emotional spending, where purchases are made to fill a void or seek momentary pleasure rather than meeting genuine needs. Breaking these habits requires self-awareness and a long-term vision for your financial goals. An example is someone who impulsively buys new clothes or gadgets whenever they feel stressed or bored. Each purchase provides a temporary sense of satisfaction, but soon the credit card debt begins to pile up. Before they know it, they're struggling to make minimum payments and paying high interest, all because of a few thoughtless swipes. To break free from this cycle, it's important to develop new habits that serve your long-term financial goals, like budgeting, saving, and spending with intention rather than emotion. Every step toward financial independence begins with a shift in mindset. The lessons we've explored today aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical steps that can redefine your relationship with money. Whether it's learning to say no, tracking your finances, or putting your money to work, these skills are the foundation of a life where wealth isn't just something you chase, but something you grow. I encourage you to start small, choose one area of your financial life where you can make a change today. It could be as simple as reviewing your budget, setting financial boundaries, or committing to saying no to unnecessary expenses. Each choice you make builds momentum toward your future. If this resonates with you and you're ready to dive deeper into transforming your financial habits, check out more content on the channel. We're here to provide you with the tools and insights you need to take control of your financial destiny. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so you never miss out on the guidance that can propel you forward on your journey. And remember, in the end, when you transform your thoughts, you truly transform your life.